Coming up, the Fulament aluminum replacement bed, Ender 3, Ender 5. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, Chris Sargent Taz here, and today I'm going to go over replacing your Ender 3, Ender 5 bed with the Fulament full complement aluminum bed and flex plate. I did receive this with no charge to me. Review wasn't mandatory because he was testing these, so I did get this for nothing. This doesn't skew my opinion of it any way, shape, or form. I'm not getting paid to do it, so let's just go from there. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into why would you want to replace the bed. Unfortunately, the Ender has a really skinny aluminum plate, and it tends to warp. So even with the flex plates that they have, which are useless in my opinion, wear out really quick. So you go to some other option like PEI sheet or what have you. This still gets affected by how the aluminum tends to bind or get like a bubble or an indentation depending on how long you use it. So getting an aluminum bed is a great upgrade to keep that level, nice flat plane that you want when you're doing your prints. So the big change is the plate actually has a location for strain relief, so you can just attach a basic zip tie and hold the wiring right up to that bed, so it's not going to get jacked back and forth. You don't have to add a cable of any kind. You can use the existing and roll with it. I used the existing heat mat that came with the Ender 5 that I put it on. The only thing I had to do differently with the Ender 5 was I had to rotate the plate because of where the wiring winds up being. You'll see in the next couple of clips when I show the install how I did it and why I did it. Other than that, let's get on with the install of it really quick. I'm going to run through it really fast because it's really simple and really easy. So if you need any questions or whatever, get it below. I'll help you out the best I can. It's not really mind-blowing by any stretched imagination, so keep that in mind. So now that you've seen the install, you can see that it's actually a really nice little system. I liked it on the Ender 5, especially because of the fact that I don't have to add any counter Z like a lot of people are doing the dual Z for the Ender 5. This plate is nice and flat, and it tends to keep it nice positioned so you don't get that weird bending. I think the thin aluminum that comes with the Ender 5 and the Ender 3 has a tendency to sag, which is why everyone prints out those additional attachments or adds the second Z. I don't see the need for it with this actual aluminum bed, so I like it. Another thing to note is the original version 1 of the flex plate looks like this. So obviously you'd align this to the flat portion and then use this to raise. So this is the old filament one. Obviously this is for the X1, not for the Ender 5, but this is what I have to show you because I've already installed it. So here's the new one. So this guy here, and I made the mistake of using this like this. Not how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to use this back portion as your front, and this little tab aligns with the two grub screws that go into the new plate. So you put it in, it slides down, snaps in place, and it aligns everything for you. And then you use the additional little gaps here as your lifting section. So keep that in mind. I made the dumb mistake. I put it so used to putting it on this way, and I just stuck it on, and then Fulament called me out on it when I sent him some pics. He's like, "Why'd you get on backwards?" I'm like, "I don't know. Didn't think about it." But yeah, this is the proper way to insert it up against the guide pins, and then it pops down. I'm really actually fond of the rough side. I ordered the ones with the both sides. Learned my lesson, because after going to Murph and chatting with Fulament and seeing how the prints turn out on this raised side, it made me convinced I wanted to get one. So I actually bought two to replace the ones that I had, because I like using this for a lot of my parts. It gives it a nice surface, and it also matches up really well with Cura Fuzzy Skin. Now I heard Prusa Slicer has it now too, so you can get fuzzy skin on that. I don't know how well it matches, but I know that Cura Fuzzy Skin matches really well with these. I mean, it gives you a nice, I don't know if you can actually get it or not, but it gives you a nice little textured surface. And it's still smooth, but it looks like it's got a texture, which I like. So depending on your, obviously, application, is how you're going to want to flip these around. I've had clients that want prints that are smooth on the bottom, so I have that option. If they don't care or want something a little more like grippy for what they're setting it on, this works out really well. Overall, you saw the installation went really smooth. I highly recommend it. I also did it on this guy here. I have the new Fulament bed on the X1, which was a really quick, easy install. I probably will do something on that as well, but I'm going to use my old install video for the original one I did on my other X1, because it's the same installation. The only thing different on the newer ones is if you get the heat pad from Fulament, he actually has a grounding screw that goes through the aluminum plate, which is nice. I found that it heats up nice and even. I haven't put any measurements on it, so I don't have a FLIR camera or a really great way of measuring, but I noticed that during my printing and testing, it does seem to be a heck of a lot more even, especially comparing it to glass. So hopefully this gives you a basis of what to look for, and if you feel you need to change, there you go. It's a great place to go and get it done all at once, or you can do a piecemeal if you need to. Any other questions, leave them below. I'll try to answer it the best I can. And as always, thanks for watching. See ya.